One more time. To the ocean, we all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing to the ocean. Beautiful. Well, hello, my friends. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that we are on the unceded lands of the first people of Seattle, the Duwamish, past and present, and we honor with gratitude this land and the Duwamish tribe. Good afternoon. I am Reverend Karina Frenzel, and this month we decided to shake things up a bit to give Reverend Judith some time off. As my husband Steph and I just returned from a 2.5-week trip pilgrimage to Ireland, I appreciate all of your flexibility on choosing to meet me here a week later than normal. So, happy Father's Day. Given this week change, this is a rare opportunity for us to celebrate the divine masculine on Father's Day itself. So whether you identify as a man or you honor and celebrate the divine masculine aspects within yourself, you have come to the right place. Today, we will explore what it means to embody the sacred warrior and the protectors we are, and to continue to create a healthy relationship with the divine masculine. Today, I welcome all of you, and most especially our fathers, brothers, and sons who have chosen to spend an hour or so of your time with me in Gaia's temple. And so now I'm going to call forward our past board member, Pam Gerke, to share some announcements.
All right, good morning. Happy Father's Day and happy Litha summer solstice. Okay, so remember to turn your cell phones to silence right now. We have another class coming up on Friday, June 21st. It's our summer solstice cordial making class. Yes, June 21st. It's a Friday, I believe, 7 to 9 p.m., and it's going to be held at In Tune Healing Arts, which is in Seattle. You can get the address and directions from our website. This is going to be hosted by Noemi Chaparro, our treasurer, and Reverend Karina Frenzel. So check out the website for all the details, and it's really fun, and you get to go home with cordial. Finally, please stay afterward for some fellowship. We have coffee and snacks, and we'd love to talk to you.
Thanks, Pam. Oh, actually, come back, Pam. So Pam is going to teach us I Am a Tower of Strength, which we're going to be singing later on in the service.
All right, so the first verse goes like this, and there's movement to it, and you're welcome to stand if you'd like. I am a tower of strength within and without. I am a tower of strength within. We do that 2 times. Second verse, I let all burdens fall from my shoulders. All anxiety drops from my mind. All burdens fall from my shoulders. All anxieties drop from my mind. All fears slip away, slip away. All fears slip from my heart. You do that 2 times. And the last one is, I let every shackle be loosened. I let every shackle be loose. All right, so I'll sing the line. You echo me, because we always do it 2 times. And then the second time through, you can just jump in. If you already know the song, jump in. Goes like this. I am a tower of strength within and without. I am a tower of strength within. Try it. I am a tower of strength within and without. I am a tower of strength within. I let all burdens fall from my shoulders, all anxiety drop from my mind. I let all burdens fall from my shoulders, all anxiety drop from my mind. All fears slip away, all fears slip from my heart. I let all fears slip away, all fears slip from my heart. I let every shackle be loosened. I let every shackle be loose. I let every shackle be loosened. I let every shackle be loose. I am a tower of strength within and without. I am a tower of strength within. I am a tower of strength within and without. I am a tower of strength within. I let all burdens fall from my shoulders, all anxiety drop from my mind. All burdens fall from my shoulders, all anxiety drop from my mind. All fears slip away, all fears slip from my heart. I let all fear slip away, all fear slip from my heart. I let every shackle be loosened. I let every shackle be loose. I let every shackle be loosened. I let every shackle be, one more time. I am a tower of strength within and without. I am a tower of strength within. I am a tower of strength within and without. I am a tower of strength within. I let all fear, all anxiety drop from my shoulders, all anxiety drop from my mind. All anxiety drop from my shoulders, all anxiety drop from my mind. All fear slip away, all fear slip from my heart. I let all fear slip away, all fear slip from my heart. I let every shackle be loosened. I let every shackle be loose. I let every shackle be loosened. I let every shackle be loose. Then we end like this. I am a tower of strength. All right.
Thanks, Pam. We'll be singing that later, so we get a reprise. All right, so now it is time to create our sacred space. So let's close our eyes and go within. Start by taking slow, deep breaths to ground and center yourself to the earth. Bring yourself fully present, calling all the pieces and parts of you that may be stuck in the past or cast into the future, and gently bring them home now. Now, in a moment, I'll ask us all to take a collective breath together, and on the exhale, we'll send an energetic line from the base of our spine down towards the earth like a taproot. So together now, deep breath in, and send your taproot down. Send it down, 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 down through the chair you're sitting on, through the floor of the building, past the foundation, and into our Earth Mother. Feel her open to you and welcome you into her deep, moist, rich soil. Now imagine from that taproot extends little roots and rootlets growing in all directions. Perhaps they bump up against the roots of others sitting near you. Extend those roots as far as they need to go so that you feel deeply rooted, anchored, and secure. Now these roots become porous and, like straws, start to drink up that green, unconditional love from the mother. Drink it up, 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 up your main taproot, connecting to your spine, up, up, up until it settles and swirls in your heart. Take a deep breath in and make more room, and with each breath, keep bringing the Earth Mother's nourishing, sustaining, and ever-loving presence into your heart. Good. Now turn your attention to the heavens now and find the moon. Grandmother Moon is waxing, heading towards full moon on Friday. Feel the silvery Libra moon, balanced, deeply emotive, and calm, flow down from the heavens, down through your crown chakra, and into your heart. See as her silvery light mixes with the dark green of the Earth Mother, and take a deep breath to make more room. Now turn your attention to the heavens once more and find the sun. This is the last few days that he's in Gemini, gaining in strength as we near Letha. Open yourself to his golden light, flexible, sociable, and expressive Gemini energy, and see it flow down from the heavens, through your crown chakra, and into your heart. See that golden light mix with the silver light of Grandmother Moon and the dark green light of the Earth Mother. And breathe deeply once more to make more room. Great. And in a moment, we'll all together take these three collective energies of Earth, Moon, and Sun, and with our exhale, we'll push all of these energies to swirl around us here in our sanctuary to create our safe and sacred space. So all together now, deep breath in and out. See as these energies mix and mingle with all of us here collectively. We have now stepped between the worlds. What is here between the worlds is not affected by the worlds, but has the power to heal and transform. And so we say, our circle is cast in perfect love and perfect trust. Blessed be. Okay, so now I forgot to ask somebody to call in the directions. So Pam, do you mind coming up? Oh, Tema? Okay, 1 second, we need a lighter. Oh, logistics. Fire! Yay, fire!
Let's hope it works this time.
Okay. Spirits of the earth, carry me. Spirits of the earth, carry me home. Spirits of the earth, carry me home to my heart. To the fire in the east, the air. Spirits of the air, carry me. Spirits of the air, carry me home. Spirit hearts. And the fire in the south. Spirits of the fire, carry me. Spirits of the fire, carry me home. Spirits of the fire, carry me home to my heart. And water in the west. Spirits of the water, carry me. Spirits of the water, carry me home. Spirits of the water, carry me home to my heart. And spirits in the center. Spirits of the center, carry me. Spirits of the center, carry me home. Spirits of the center, carry me home to my heart. Beautiful. And give us a chime, Pam. Perfect. And now for the invocation, which the words are up there on the wall. O Sun King, you who are the light of the world, be with us. At the summer solstice, we witness the peak of your power. Be with us. Your life force energy pours onto the earth. Be with us. She flourishes in abundance. Be with us. Today, we seek to be sacred warriors. Be with us. To choose to show up and be present. Be with us. To commit to the right use of power. Be with us. Today, we honor the divine masculine in our men and in ourselves. Be with us. To bless the papas. be with us. We gather on this fine day to be in your presence. Be with us, and blessed be. And now it's time for our meet and greet, where we could stand up and say hello and introduce yourselves. How many people are here for the first time? Yay! Well, welcome, and time for a meet and greet. Hey. Thanks for coming. We missed you last night. Hello. Happy Letha. I love our community. Okay, so now it's time for anybody who has a June birthday to come forward. Are there any June birthdays in the room? Yay, yippee! All right, so let's create our bridge there in the middle. I know. Well, you could go twice, Pam. All right, ready? When you're magic, anything can happen when you're magic. You're a shining star, listen to the moonlight, call your name. You know who you are. Believe in magic, let it carry you to wonders near and far. Love is magic, love is true, love is who you are. When you're magic, anything can happen when you're magic. You're a shining star, listen to the moonlight, call your name. You know who you are. Yay! Happy birthday, Pam! I love that song. All right, Noemi, ready? Okay. So here we are, a little over a week and a half away from Letha, the summer solstice. This is the longest day of the year, where we as pagans say that the Sun King has reached his peak of power. All around us, life is flourishing, the Earth Mother gifting us with her abundance. We who follow the wheel of the year know that it's time for us to step into the fullness of our own power. Thank you to all who were able to attend our Letha celebration last night, where we all created a beautiful mandala as a symbol of us doing just that. And given that today is Father's Day, today we bless the papas, and we take this time to honor the men in our community. When Reverend Judith asked me to offer today's service, I was inspired to explore the idea of father as protector, especially given that this aspect of the masculine has recently received a bad rap. I'm not talking about protector as the defender of our freedom, like the political right likes to understand it, but instead to look at the sacred warrior, an archetype that was introduced by cultural anthropologist Angela Zarian in her book, The Fourfold Way. She defines the sacred warrior as one who chooses to show up and be present, and who demonstrates the right use of power, which I'll expand in a moment. I also found it interesting that I was asked to offer this service right before I left for Ireland, where I had the intention to connect with the Morrigan, the Celtic triple goddess of war, death, and destruction. With that in mind, I have been walking and meditating on my intention for the last month. And now, more than ever, I believe that we are at a critical time where each of us are being called to stand up as sacred warriors. When one thinks about the term warrior in today's world, it is no surprise that our mind immediately focuses on the word war, given that the word is obviously embedded in the word warrior. So you may ask yourself, why in a house of worship, where we have most recently been talking about ceasefire and peace, am I talking about becoming a warrior? The reason is because I want to focus on the revolutionary way that Angela Zarian defines spiritual warrior. In her definition, this is a person who uses the right use of power, the power of presence, the power of communication, and the power of position. The best role models to quickly illustrate the spiritual and sacred warrior are Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. They both embraced the values of nonviolence and maintained the power of their presence and used the power of their voices to fight for the freedom of their people. No matter how they were treated, they did not resort to violence, and instead stood by their convictions to speak truth to power. However, I'm not saying that we all need to manifest change like Gandhi or Dr. King, although it is a true and beautiful path should we choose to follow it. But today, I'm talking about manifesting change I'm talking about how to be a spiritual warrior in our own lives, manifesting change with each person we interact with, starting with ourselves. So given that I've just recently returned from Ireland, I wanted to share a bit of my story of connecting with my own sacred warrior and meeting the Morrigan. The Morrigan is a fierce Celtic crone goddess, and as I mentioned, she is the goddess of war, death, and destruction. I first briefly connected with her 11 years ago in an apprenticeship I did with Reverend Judith. I felt her waiting in the wings, whispering in my ear, "I'll call you when it's time." Later that year, in 2014, I made my first pilgrimage to Ireland. As some of you may remember, my intention during that trip was to honor the goddess Bridget, the triple goddess of smithcraft, poetry, and healing. We visited several of her sacred wells, and it was the first time that I brought Bridget's flame back to our community. Near the end of that trip, I learned of a cave in northwestern Ireland called Owenegat. It's named Ireland's Gates of Hell and the home of the Morrigan. A seed had been planted that ever should I return, I would visit that cave. Fast forward to last year, when Steph and I were planning our trip. Serendipity struck when I found a 10-day trip to Ireland, led by mythologist and storyteller Joe Keane, who would take us to sacred sites throughout the Emerald Isle, which also included a trip to Owenegat. It was a no-brainer, a clear sign that it was now time to meet her. On the day of our visit to Owenegat, I had set the intention that I would enter her cave on my own to meet the Morrigan. As you can tell from her epithets, she is not someone you call on lightly. She is not the warm, fuzzy, kind grandmother crone figure that you would bake chocolate chip cookies with. Understandably, I was terrified. Was I worthy? What would she ask of me? Was I strong enough, fierce enough, courageous enough? It took all of my being to keep the self-doubt from seeping into my consciousness. I had no appetite that morning and could only eat a few bites of my Irish breakfast. Viscerally, I felt my fear rising from the pit of my stomach, roiling and churning as we got closer to the visitor center. We had planned to take a tour to all the sites around the cave, and then after that tour, I would enter it on my own to sit in the dark and to meet her. I must admit, I do not remember most of that tour. So caught up was I in my own anxiety that all I could do was breathe into my fear and to try not to throw up. Finally, the time came. we reached her sacred cave. Outside the entrance, Steph and our friend Randy stood as witnesses and watchkeepers for me. We agreed that I would have at least 20 minutes down there, alone and in the dark. Should I have a safe word, just in case I needed it? I said the first thing that came to my mind. I would yell, "Help!" To begin the ceremony, Steph asked me what my intention was. Calling on my practices as priestess, I grounded myself to the earth and fully called myself present and embodied. Moving through and embracing my fear, I shared that my intention was to meet the Morrigan and to see if she had a message for me. I then turned on my headlamp and entered the cave on my hands and knees. The entranceway was very narrow, the rocks slick with mud, and the tunnel immediately made a 90-degree turn to the left, further limiting the light. I began to descend, crawling over hard, damp stones, squeezing my way down, hearing the occasional drip of water and the beating of my thundering heart. Time slowed down to a crawl. It felt like several lifetimes before I reached the bottom. At this point, the cave opened up, tall and narrow, and there was room to stand and move around a bit. After taking it in, I got comfortable on a damp rock and turned off the light. Darkness was absolute. I could feel my fear rise again, my breath becoming jagged, my heart thundering. Breathe, I reminded myself, and I consciously slowed down my breath. As I did so, I opened my heart and called out to the Morrigan that I was ready. Soon I felt her come, not in physical form, but as a presence, a voice coming from the darkness, raw, guttural, and filled with deep anger and rage. And she asked me to prepare for battle. We need warriors to take a stand for justice, for life, for this planet. Her call was not one of a warmonger just bloodthirsty for the kill, but for sacred warriors who stand up to protect those who have no voice. Up until this point, I felt as if she were talking to me from the outside, separate. I sensed her like a weighted blanket, surrounding me, pressing me in. I found the courage and I opened my heart to her, vowing I would stand with her. The energy shifted. I felt the weight seep through my pores and into me, and I knew that I had merged with her. Now I felt her presence deep within my core. Any lingering fear I had was gone, and in its place was a deep groundedness, a knowing of my strength and my power. I had accepted a mission, and I knew I was hers. She had accepted me as her sacred warrior. To commemorate this profound moment, I reached down and took of her sacred body, and I marked myself with her mud on my forehead and my cheeks. I made a pledge to connect and learn about her over the next 7 moons so that I would be ready to dedicate myself to her for a year and a day at Imbolc. I thanked her for choosing me, and as I did so, I felt her withdraw, and in her place was a deep-seated knowing that she'd always be with me. Empowered, I turned on my lamp and I made my way back up. This time, the journey took what felt like mere seconds. I climbed back up to the surface knowing I had done it. I had faced my fear, and she had answered. As I stepped into the light, Steph and Randy were singing my return. I am a tower of strength within and without. I am a tower of strength within. Having made it through my ordeal, they both welcomed me back with a hug. We then poured a libation of whiskey to the Morrigan in gratitude. I felt born anew, a sacred warrior, ready to move out in the world and take a stand for her. And with this new sense of being, we journeyed onward. Standing up as sacred warrior is not an easy path, but I heard her ask of me to move past my fear and to stand up for my convictions. While we may not all have the opportunity or a desire to dedicate ourselves to a dark crone goddess such as the Morrigan, I believe that we are all being called at this time to step into the archetype of the sacred warrior and to do what we need to do to embrace the power of presence, the power of communication, and the power of position. In her cave, when I grounded myself and focused on my breath, I was able to step through my fear and fully call myself present. This is the first step to connect with our power of presence. While in this practice, this may seem simple enough, but how often do we quickly race from one thing to another, hardly finding a moment to catch our breath? A huge part of our work of becoming a sacred warrior is to cultivate an awareness of when we disconnect from our power, when we're zoning out, multitasking, or just gliding by on autopilot. Those are when it's easiest for us to be at our most vulnerable because we are not paying attention. Our work is to cultivate this practice of presence more consistently, outside of our prayer time here at Gaia's Temple, off of the meditation cushion at home, and to embrace it throughout the day, again and again, in our day-to-day lives. Next is the power of communication. Words are power. I like to think of the Rumi saying, before you speak, let your words pass through 3 gates. Is it true? Is it necessary? And is it kind? Whenever we are not honest with our words, we give away our power. How can we be 100% honest in our communications, saying yes when we mean yes and saying no when we mean no? Just this practice could be a service in and of itself, because to really dive deep into this work takes courage, patience, and compassion. It's a humbling experience to track how many times we are dishonest with ourselves and others. How many times do we lie because of fear of rejection, fear of retaliation, or because we don't want to hurt somebody else's feelings? How many times do we exaggerate, using words like always and never? Again, the first step is to cultivate an awareness of when we are dishonest and then to identify why we were compelled to lie. Next, we need to ask ourselves, is it necessary and is it kind? In today's culture, it is so quickly to say things without thinking, and especially with social media, how quick and impersonal it is to post something without a comment or thought about the impact of our words. To truly become a powerful speaker, it takes slowing down and pausing to really think what we mean to say and to ask ourselves, is it true? Is it necessary? And is it kind? This takes dedication and practice, followed by heaps of love and compassion, because we need to unlearn years of cultural conditioning that encourage bad habits. Lastly, to become a sacred warrior, we are called to cultivate our power of position. What do you stand for? Have you identified what your values are? Brené Brown, renowned researcher and storyteller, known for her work studying courage, vulnerability, and shame, offers a value-based exercise in her book, Dare to Lead. The exercise helps us identify what our values are so that we could walk our talk. She tells us in Dare to Lead, and I quote, "The findings from the research are clear. We cannot live into the values that we can't name. And living into values requires moving from lofty aspirations to specific, observable behaviors," end quote. She encourages us to ask ourselves if our words, actions, and behaviors align with our values, and are we consistent with this? Brene offers a list of values and suggests that we first circle 10 to 15 values that are important to you. But then she advises us to land on just 2. This will help you hone in on what is truly the most important to you, and it allows you to focus on truly living into those values. I know for myself, writing this service was a gentle reminder that I need to go back and finish this work to determine my own values. And if you're interested in joining me, you can find the worksheet on Brene Brown's website, www.brenebrown.com, under Guides and Resources. The time is now. With our democracy at risk, with our planet in danger, with our hearts filled with despair for the next generations, we need to be the sacred warriors who will step into our power so that we can create a future as we see it. A world where all people, regardless of their ethnicity, the color of their skin, gender or gender identity, sexual preference, or religious belief, is honored, respected, and celebrated. Where we all have an equal voice, where we all support government and elected leaders who enact laws that protect and care for all beings, people, animal, plants, and our earth, where war is obsolete and everyone has their needs met. And this is the future as I see it.
Here's to the ones who've come before us. Here's to the ones who come next. Here's to the ones who left a legacy of a life lived well, with nothing left. Here's to the ones who dared to stand up and be counted when it counted most. Here's to the ones who said, if not me, then who, and who are you to take that choice for equality and peace. It's for the animals and the habitat and the trees, for the abused and the mistreated. It's the future as I see it. You speak for those who have no voices, and you stand for those who cannot walk. You rise when everything has fallen, and you stay solid as a rock. For equality and peace, it's for the animals and the habitat and the seas, for the abused and the mistreated. It's the future as I see it. Here's to those who felt forgotten, and to those we love who risk it all. Here's to those who felt they'd fallen, and to those who just wish upon a falling star. For equality and peace, it's for the animals and the habitat and the bees, diseased and mistreated. It's the future as I see it. We stand up for this earth and for all the life that lives on her. And we are strong 'cause we belong to a long line of heroes whose time has come. To a long line of heroes whose time has come. Whose time has come. Whose time has come. Whose time has come. Equality and peace. It's for the animals and the habitat and the seas. For the abused, the diseased and mistreated. It's the future as I see it. It's the future as I see it. It's the future as I see it. Yes, it's the future, come and be it.
Beautiful. I always love that song. So at Letha, we focus on the Sun King as he reaches his peak of power. He is the ultimate sacred warrior in service to the greater good. He pours forth his life force so that all life here on earth can flourish. He selflessly does this without discrimination. All life benefits from his love. So he too is a great example for how to step into the fullness of our own power. In the words of Shauna Carroll, we are a people in the full height of our power. This is a place and now is the hour. We recognize our sacred worth. We have the power to heal the earth. And so with that, let's go within and connect with the sacred warriors we are. So let's get comfortable as you can. Gently close your eyes and take a deep breath and connect to the grounding cord you established at the beginning of our service. Feel your taproot secure and firmly grounded within our beautiful Earth Mama. Now that you're fully rooted, turn your attention to your third eye in the middle of your forehead. And just like an actual eye, open it into your imagination. Find yourself outside in your favorite spot, basking in the warm summer sunshine. Feel the warmth along your bare skin. Feel the tickle of the summer breezes as it ruffles your hair. Hear the birdsong and the buzzing of insects as they flit from flower to flower, and drink in the intoxicating scent of wildflowers. As you're gazing over the meadow, soaking up the sun, notice that someone is approaching. It is the Sun King, wearing a resplendent cloak of golden silk that cascades over his shoulders and down to his feet. He wears a golden crown atop his head, bedecked in jewels of rubies, citrine, and diamonds. He is tall and handsome, emanating power and charisma, and you can't help but smile at his beauty. He smiles back at you and says, "Greetings. I am glad to see you during these difficult times, when democracy is at risk, War is pitting nation against nation due to power and greed, and our Earth Mother is suffering. The time is now for sacred warriors to fearlessly take a stand against injustice, greed, and misuse of power. Close your eyes now and call forth your sacred warrior from within. Breathe into that presence and allow yourself to fully tap into the warrior you are. Now, from this place of power, I invite you to focus on what you stand for. What drives you? What are you passionate about? Awesome. Now, I ask you to identify one or two actions you will take as a sacred warrior. Breathe into that intention and that promise, and feel my golden light emanate from your own heart space. With each breath, feel my golden light start to expand beyond your heart, now encompassing your chest, now engulfing your arms and your legs, until it breaks beyond the confines of your physical body, enveloping you in golden light shining like the Letha sun. Powerful, radiant, courageous. Embody that light and embody the sacred warrior you are. The Sun King then stretches his hands out towards your heart, and as he does so, you feel the golden light from beyond your being begin to coalesce, become concentrated, drawing back within your body to your heart space as a bright golden light now pulsing with power. The Sun King looks deeply into your eyes, places his hand over your heart and says, I believe in you. You were placed on this planet at this time for a specific purpose that is meant only for you. I see and recognize the sacred warrior you are. This pulsing light within your heart is the seat of your power as sacred warrior. I bless you and I bless your commitment in standing up to do this true and beautiful work. With his blessing bestowed, thank him in whatever way feels right to you. Your offering complete, the Sun King starts to fade, and with your next breath, start to feel yourself return to this time and space. Feel the air move in and out of your chest. Feel the chair beneath you, your feet firmly planted on the ground. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes and return to this sanctuary. Wow. I hope you can sense the shift within as we all stepped into the sacred warriors we are. Now, this process of embracing our sacred warrior does not happen from just one meditation. This is a process, and it takes practice, and most of all, self-awareness. This is a lifelong journey and a commitment to truly step into the spiritual warrior you are and to take a stand for what you believe in. In this process, remember that courage comes from the heart. And to truly come from the heart, we must remember to be kind to ourselves as we are doing the best we can. And for that, I say thank you. Thank you for showing up and for standing up as a sacred warrior with me.
My brother, my sister, oh, how they're trying. And we are all wondering, asking why. I know that I think about it all the time. What can we do to help the humankind? Dear friend, she asked me how we do not worry about where we're going in such a crazy blind hurry. And it feels large and sometimes, well, I feel small. How can one person help at all? No, it seems it's just one thing after another. We shake our heads, we stomp our feet, we raise our fists, we mutter. It is amazing that so many are choosing this. And then I look around and I see who makes up the rest. So I think we should all be so proud because we care and we care out loud. And so I'd like to take this time to thank each of you for every little tiny thing that you do. I thank you. From trying, and I thank you when you can't stop from crying. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya.
Beautiful. And so now I'm going to ask all of our beautiful men and those who identify as such to process up the central aisle to receive your Father's Day rose. And while you process, we as a congregation will sing, "We Are a Tower of Strength." We are a tower of strength within and without. We are a tower of strength within. We are a tower of strength within or without. I am a tower of strength within.
I let all burdens fall from my shoulders, all anxiety drop from my mind. All burdens fall from my shoulders, all anxiety drop from my mind. All fears slip away, all fears slip from my heart. I let all fears slip away, all fears slip from my heart. I let every shackle be loosened. I let every shackle be loose. I let every shackle be loosened. I let every shackle be loose. I am a tower of strength. All right.
Would all our beautiful men and those who identify as men stand up as you are able for your Father's Day blessing? Beautiful men, fathers one and all, whether you have biological children or not, we bless you. May you feel our blessing beyond measure today and every day. We stand with you and we ask you to embrace what it means to be a sacred warrior, to be an example of the divine masculine, one who represents true leadership with honesty, integrity, and compassion, who is confident yet has the courage to be vulnerable, and who acts in service for the greater good as protector and provider. Thank you for walking alongside us and for loving us. We offer our reverence by blessing you with our gratitude, our encouragement, our comfort, and most of all, our deep and abiding love. Blessings to you, Papas. Blessed be. Are we good? Nope? Okay. So now we'll open our floors for your community prayers. If you have a prayer to offer, feel free to speak up and offer it and say blessed be. When it's complete, and say blessed be when it's complete so we know the next person can go. And I want to first start off our community prayers. I want to send a prayer of love to my mother-in-law who suddenly passed away in her sleep this past Monday, June 10th. May you be at peace now, Mama, and I love you and I miss you. I'm here today offering today's service in your honor as you have supported me and my faith path here at Gaia's Temple. And I'm also sending a prayer out to my husband, Steph, his brother, John, and sister, Ember, as we all grapple with this very sudden and unexpected loss. She left us too soon. May we be held in this beautiful community in our grief. Blessed be. Blessed be.
I'd like to offer a prayer of gratitude to my ex-father-in-law, who really introduced me to culture
Blessed be.
I'll ask for prayers of gratitude to Reverend Karina for stepping in and giving Judith a break and taking care of so much this weekend with Lisa and the service and all the grief that you're experiencing too with your mother-in-law's passing. So blessed be Reverend Karina. Thank you.
Blessed be.
I offer a prayer of thanks and gratitude for two men in my life before who taught me how a man of power can be supportive and loving. One is John and one is Bob Hollington, my second husband. Thank you.
Blessed be.
A prayer for guidance in my job to see if I should let go of one of my clients or not.
Blessed be. May all our prayers, spoken and unspoken, be heard and answered. Blessed be. So we are a 501c3 nonprofit, so your donations are tax deductible. If you want to keep a record of your donations for your tax deduction, please place your donation in an envelope with your name on it before placing it in the love offering basket when it comes around. We will generate a permanent envelope for you, which will be alphabetized under your last name in the file box on the networking table, and then you could use that envelope hereafter. Just make sure not to seal it shut so we could use it again. Gaia's Temple also tithes 10% of what we receive in the loving offering basket today to other nonprofit organizations that are in alignment with our mission, vision, and values. And today we are tithing to the Freedom Project, whose mission is to transform prisoners into peacemakers, teaching prisoners to heal relationships ruptured by violence and how to improve their capacity to serve as family members, workers, and citizens. So know that 10% of your donation will go there. So thanks so much for your generosity and support. So it takes a village to prepare for and to hold our monthly service. So I wanted to thank first and foremost our guest and dear friend, Cassandra Robertson, who gave us permission to play her beautiful music today. Unfortunately, she was going to live stream with us but couldn't join us today, so we were at least able to share her recordings. Please check out her website to support her, and she has options to download and purchase her albums. She's at www.cassandrarobertson.com. Also, thank you to our pianist, Kathy Sestrap, to our tech support from Shoreline UU for helping us with the live stream and sound, and to our board of directors, past and present, who came to help me here today. Noemi Shaparo, our treasurer, Tema Gotchberg, our vice president, and Pamela Gerke, our past board member. Thank you. Yes?
I think we need to make an announcement about something.
Yes.
So apparently there was a mix-up in the scheduling, and another group was scheduled to be in here. And so they've been waiting in the hallway for us to leave.
Their time starts at 3:30. So
They said 1 o'clock.
they had the time wrong, but the calendar says you have this until 3:30. So I appreciate
Oh.
your kindness to them, and however you want to play it is fine, but your calendar says you have this till 3:30.
Okay, maybe you could, did you explain that to them? Okay, sorry. Stay for fellowship.
Thank you. So for my closing thought, I wanted to share a poem by Stuart Wilde called A Warrior's Prayer. I am what I am. In having faith in the beauty within me, I develop trust. In softness, I have strength. In silence, I walk with the gods. In peace, I understand myself and the world. In conflict, I walk away. In detachment, I am free. In respecting all living things, I respect myself. In dedication, I honor the courage within me. In eternity, I have compassion for the nature of all things. In love, I unconditionally accept the evolution of others. In freedom, I have power. In my individuality, I express the God force within me. In service, I give of what I have become. I am what I am, eternal, immortal, universal, and infinite. And so be it. Blessed be. And so now we're going to release the directions with Thank You, Mother by Pamela Gerke. The words are up there. For the earth that is your body, thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for the air that is your sweet breath. Thank you, Mother, for the air that is your sweet breath. Thank you, Mother, for the air that is your sweet breath. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for the waters of the Spirit. Thank you, Mother, for the fire of your Spirit. Thank you, Mother, for the fire of your Spirit. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for the waters of your sacred womb. Thank you, Mother, for the waters of your sacred womb. Thank you, Mother, for the waters of your sacred womb. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, sky. Thank you, ground. Thank you, Mother, won't you spin me around? Thank you, sky. Thank you, ground. Thank you, Mother, won't you spin me around? Thank you, sky. Thank you, ground. Thank you, Mother, won't you spin me around? Thank you, sky. Thank you, ground. Thank you, Mother, won't you spin me around? Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Woo! All right. Well, let's all form a circle around the room. It'll be a nice small circle today, nice and intimate. And we sing our final song. The circle is open and unbroken. May the love of the goddess go in our hearts. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. Blessed be, blessed join us for fellowship.